new broadcast.
Right. If
So
if
tell
it
them,
still
it's created a new one.
okay.
It had to go into a new one.
Oh, chat is no longer available now, so I can't communicate that to your stream.
I know it's crazy, but we are live.
Oh, so
We are
so
live.
so there is broadcast.
There is broadcast. It
Okay,
just
that's
doesn't
good.
show at the moment. The delay hasn't caught up yet, but it's. But it is going. It is live. We are straight out. So we're in the room. So you can talk about what's going on because we are in the room. There's another 50 seconds before the delay catches up, but we're soon. But obviously that's the delay. So we are actually speaking. Problem is
Right.
they can't see anything on YouTube yet, so because of the delay. That's all. But for some reason, Discord killed everything. Everything.
Oh dear. Right, I mean, we are seeing Immortals versus Serenity now. Immortals potentially going for quadruple i7 and double T100LT with Strax in the M60. Serenity, on the other hand, looking forward for double i7, double T100LTs, and triple 60TPs. So we're going to wait until the countdown has reached zero second, but we still have around 2 minutes left to go. So we still have a lot of time. Oasis Palms. This map is quite broad as we speak. It's mainly all about a lot of rotations going on. I mean, the light tank would play a huge role here. It's quite open, it's quite broad. The map is relatively large. If you could get the cap lead, you actually would get a good advantage, especially when you have the advantage over to the desert side. Because when you rotate from the other side to the desert side, you have to go out in the open and get shot. But if you rotate from the desert to the other side, those buildings could provide some good cover. So teams, so that means those buildings would make it a little bit more difficult to find out where the other team is rotating from. So that is why some teams will offer a strategy onto the desert side to gain this cap advantage and the terrain advantage as well. So hopefully the stream is up and running.
Yeah, the stream's up now. I mean, they'll be catching up in a minute. It's definitely broadcasting, so they'll be catching up in a very, very short moment.
Okay, so do we have a new? So there's a link now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good, good. That's brilliant. Let me go to your stream.
The stream is now up, and I had the code on the screen, so everything's up and running, guys. The code is there. Everything's there. Don't worry.
I can't find the link though. Let me check.
I don't want to. I was going to put it in Discord, but I don't want to do that because I don't want it to kill anything again. I don't want Discord to kill anything again. That's the thing.
Right.
But it is up and running. Everything's there. Everything can be seen. We haven't lost the grand final. Don't stress. We've got all the winners.
Right.
Don't stress. The bonus code was given out. Don't stress. Everything was a panic, but we got there. It's a different stream. It's a different stream.
Right.
But you know, technology, hey. Anyway, forget all that. This is the grand final. We're there finally.
Yay.
We're still seeing it. Don't stress, everybody. You didn't want to see. You just didn't want to see a garage anyway. You wanted to see the games. Come on.
There we go. Immortals versus Serenity. Immortals red team from the south side and Serenity blue team from the north spawn. Let's go.
Let's go.
Immortals going to commit all of their forces pretty much onto A, and Serenity also doing something similar, but Mad Raw Speed is the only tank going to the desert. That could bring a lot of bargaining power to Serenity.
But looking at this, and Serenity here, along with Immor, are sort of moving into this A-cap position, but Immor have got the advantage tank-wise.
And Pigula is in a really aggressive position, actually going beyond that. Oh, some big shots coming in the way today's big shot right here. But Serenity, are they ready for this rush?
And you're right. I mean, I thought Bowen was going to come out and out Pagula, but Pagula is sort of... He's lasted longer than I expected there. And he's managed to get some good shots in, but he is being whittled down.
Definitely. Now Serenity's trying to focus Pigula out of the match. And Immortals keep on barging in. And are they able to get the tanks out? That's the most important question.
Well, Pagula is now a one-shot. Can Ruben Diaz finish him off? Not even looking for him. Looking to close down other tanks here. Alfarito's down. Pagula's down. Krugel's down.
Lots of tanks down. We could lose Flytex at any moment. He's on an Amarak as well, and he's now removed from the battlefield. The focus is now on to Bowen from Serenity, and this is looking very strong for Serenity.
Bowen goes down. Serenity here. 4 against 4 though. Hit points are in favour of Serenity, and Shrek's here really looking worse for wear now.
Yeah, big HE shell from Ruben Diaz onto the backside of Shrek's, and now Immortals chasing down Macross, trying to take that mobile tank out of the match. And he's trying to play around in circles, trying to buy as much time as he could.
And boy has he done well there. He did well there. I mean, UPO is going to go down here. Sergio Ramos will load and be able to take out the T100 LT. It is 3 against 3, but look how healthy Ruben Diaz and Sergio Ramos are.
Yeah. Oh, big shot into Kenny Otsu from Ruben Diaz. That is going to be enough for Days to take down the tank.
Oh, Days lasting out over there. And now we've just got one tank standing for Immor.
Oh, it is really the case. Serenity prevailing in this one. But this is kind of a deja vu for me, to be honest with you, because that would have been absolutely a move done by First Alliance. Well, if I were to be honest with you, actually.
You see, nobody missed any action. I missed 500 viewers, but hey, nobody's missed any action. Sorry. For those of you who didn't see the bonus code earlier, because I did put it up, I'll put it up again whilst we're waiting. There's the bonus code for those of you who did miss it. It's still there on the screen. There we go. I'm sorry about that. Slight panic attack at this end. So, Jack, what have you got to say about that game?
Oh, well, I mean, as I said, it's absolutely what First Alliance would have done. But the problem is Immortals aren't as efficient as First Alliance. So this is why Serenity was able to rotate quickly enough to support the teammates. And this is what Immortals really need to do to best Serenity. They need to be efficient with their shots and the kills. And Serenity, that was a really great job there, really prompt in the rotation.
Wow. I mean, yeah, you said, I mean, that it was going Pagula there was very aggressive, and it looked like that Immor were going to have it at one stage, but great focus fire from Serenity, in a great way that they're able to bring it back round. And, they've got to be chuffed about that, because it really did look like Immor were going to really push them as hard as they could.
Yeah, I agree with you. Let's see if Immortals will have a change with their strategy, because that doesn't seem to work out for them. And Serenity, can they continue to be that calm, that composed? We will find out now. Second match on Oasis Pumps.
Just for all of you out there, because of the slight panic attack, we didn't go into how it was all going to work. This is best of 9, not best of 7. It's best of 9.
Best of 9. So whichever team wins the first 5 matches will win the fixture and the Money Blaster tournament.
Totally.
Right, so let's head up high to the back of the map. We are now
absolutely.
We are now seeing Immortals Red Team going mostly to A, also for Serenity as well. But this time, Immortals will send a tank to the desert side, and Matt Ross Spotter Kaniyotsu out will get straight into C. Oh, big shot
He's
into
backing
Macros.
away. That was a great shot from Kennyotsu.
Yeah,
And we
not
see
sure.
here that Imor are playing pretty much a similar strat to what we've just seen Serenity play, and Serenity are playing a pretty similar strat to what we've just seen Imor play.
Right, but this time Flytek's going to go further beyond that tune here. He's trying to get the spots up, trying to put a shot potentially and get Immo trapped in the northwestern corner. As I was trying to say earlier, I'm not sure why Matt Ross would like to go for C at the start, because he got himself shots and got
Yeah.
Serenity a bigger hit point disadvantage now.
Well, Magros is like dropped almost all the way. Well, he is dropping all the way around to that sort of area where the I don't know what you call it, canyon area, I suppose. Ruben Dias is overlooking C, so they are tanks light over this side. Are Serenity.
And I mean, Immortals are really stacking up near A, but they aren't really making a move. I do fear for them because they aren't going to get a lot of cross shots on this end. Meanwhile, Matt Ross is trying to get into, no, it's going to be Ruben Dice getting into C and trying to get the shots in. Kennyotsu is going to be in a world of pain very soon.
But now Imor look like they are going to try and make a move. They're lining up on this ridge, and they are pushing over in these IS-7s and 60 TP. But Pagula getting smacked again, this time by Sergio Ramos. And they've he's flanked, he's pushed round towards Flytix. Flytix is the call.
Yeah, I think that could be a really good call from Immortals, and Serenity made no hesitation to push in immediately. I think they're looking for Pagula out of the match, but Pagula's now down to one-shot potential. They really need to get a focus fire. With Flytix down, Pagula down, this is going to descend into pandemonium.
Yeah, I mean, now we've got the IS-7 and the 60 TP of Imor. They are outgunned a little bit. They need those Yos, Imor, to come in and help out. Upio is going to go down here. No, it's a bounce.
Oh, and this is really messy right now. Serenity now doesn't have the hit point pool, and Vlahovic has a lot of responsibility on his hands. He needs to get Uko out of this match. Can he do so?
He's got to... Yes, he does. But he may go down to the Yos. Going back over this side, we've got Kakalo here, giving Alfarito and Days a hard time. Days blocking the shots onto Alfarito as Kakalo's trying to get Alfarito out the game.
Right. This is still going up really evenly. Alvarito is now removed from the match, and Days is still reloading. Big shot from Kakalo onto Days. This is now 4 versus 4, still really, really close. Ruben Dias is now quite low.
He is indeed, but Sergio Ramos is now coming in. It's 4 against 4, but the hit points are in favour of... And now it's 3 against 4, and the hit points are firmly in favour of Imor. And Days here having really hard time with Kakala. And over this side, Sergio Ramos. Oh, what a shot!
Yeah,
Days putting one into Shreks.
Right, and Sergio Ramos trying to stay alive as long as he could, because Bat was looking to get that shot into Sergio Ramos. It's not going to be enough to kill, and that round will not kill Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos can capitalize on the long reload of Bow and put another shot in. Is it going to be enough? Yes, great shot there. Bow will remove Sergio Ramos, and the ace is still alive. This is still tantalizingly close. Oh no, it's a bounce onto Kakalo from Days. And I mean, you
Looking
can see
over.
Matt Ross. Yeah, Matt Ross.
Yeah, I'm just
really
looking
still
at
chasing
Magros and Kennyotsu here, toying with each other. I think
Yeah.
Days is going to go down there. There's no way he can handle that. No, and down he goes, leaving Magros as the last man standing for Serenity. But 73 hit points against 2,300. I think it's a little bit too much to ask.
Especially when Immortals got the cap lead on C and Serenity got 0 caps.
Totally.
And then that's exactly what Matt Orsby's trying to go for now, trying to get the... No, he's going to go around for a bigger distance. I don't know what he's trying to do, but that's going to be really interesting.
Well, there's nothing you can do. They're taking all the caps now, so it is pretty much a done deal.
Yeah. Pretty much. And I think Matt Orsby's got himself trapped in this area. Kenny also is tasked to remove Matt Rossbeat out of this match. Great shot there by Matt.
That was a great shot. I mean, Magros could actually take out Kennyotsu.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh, he tries, but it wasn't enough.
No.
So,
Well done.
Leveling the scores.
Yeah. Well done to Immortals, but I have to question the focus fire from Serenity here. It looks very uncoordinated. Like different tanks going for different targets, and they couldn't quite connect in the end. And Immortals definitely are able to get the low hit point pool tanks out of the match, and also I think they are in control of this brawl a bit better, and that is why Immortals prevailed and bring it to 1-1. We're now onto Vineyards.
Yeah, I mean, Serenity was so dominant in the first game, and then they seemed to sort of take their foot off the gas in that game.
Yep.
So it'd be interesting to see how if they're going to dust themselves off, dust themselves down, and approach this one a little bit differently as we go into Vineyards. They are on the south spawn, Immo are on the north spawn. What are your thoughts on Vineyards? What are you hoping to see here? I mean, is it going to be the town, or is it the sea cap? Is it going to be the middle area? Are we going to look for a fast cap? It's so many different ways you can play this.
Yeah, but I mean, mostly I see the teams playing quite broadly on Vineyards, especially making use of the northwestern part of this one. The city side, there are tanks going there, but usually it is they are mostly going for that cap on say. So interesting to see how they rotate around, and definitely those T100 LTs would be crucial in this match. And Serenity taking 2 of them, and Immortals taking none of them. And not sure if Immortals would be taking a huge risk here.
Well, they could be, as you say. I mean, with that mobility that Serenity's got, they can get flanks round into those northern type ruins and really put a lot of cross shots in. Plus, they're going to be able to fast cap their closest cap, which is always a good thing to do, to put under cap pressure early doors.
Yeah, and we're going to be seeing very soon how both teams are going to approach this, with Immortals leading by Serenity by almost 2,000 hit points inherently.
And already we've got Magros pushing towards the B cap, and Daze is pushing up into those northern ruins. Looks like Magros is not going to cap, though. He's going for those spots, using the mobility, knowing that those big lumbering areas aren't going to be anywhere near there just yet.
Right.
And Pagula in the IS-7 is going to the northern ruins. That may catch Daze off guard.
Oh no, Daze can't drive pretty much. Oh my god, it's a bounce onto Daze. Daze, get out of here. You're in trouble.
Wow, I know they can get cross shots in when they go to these northern ruins, but I wasn't expecting Pagula to lose almost half his hit points so rapidly. I mean, to have the guns trained that way, that's good forward thinking by Serenity.
Yeah, they definitely know what is coming for them, and they are now still under hit point disadvantage, but at least they chipped a lot of hit points away from Immortals, and they are now trying to get C uncontested.
And they are going to do it. I mean, having these 2 LTs is a certain advantage. I mean, Magros able to run around the map like a crazy thing, getting those big spots and then going to cap C. Now he's going to take a nice position where he's going to reset his camo and hopefully try and get cross shots in. Immo, they've got to think about where the pinch point is, and it looks like Shrex is trying to see what big lumbering heavies they've got over there, but Daze is there to spot him.
Yeah, but Serenity also dropping some hit points. Alvarito now down to 1,700 hit points, but is Immortals closing in on B? The hit points still in huge favor of Immortals at the moment, but they are trying to put pressure on B, and that can be very important now.
And they are stacking their tanks up on the B there. And what have we got for Serenity? We got Daze in the one side and just two 60 TPs. Alvarito is there in the 50B, but is it enough? I don't think it is. If the whole of those Immor tanks push over, it's going to catch Serenity on the hop at the B cap.
That is right indeed. And I mean, Pagula is now dropping even more hits from Jojo. Great shot into Bowen, but that shot was a miss. And this is getting really close. Serenity is still with 2 caps. Immortals absolutely needs to make a push sooner or later.
Well, the thing is, I mean, Magros came round there along with Sergio Ramos to put the cross shots into the likes of Shrex. And that really made the guns turn of Immor. The 60 TPs now are moving towards the 60 TPs of Serenity, however. Wow! What a load of HP just going very quickly.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if that's a misplay from Immortals because 60 TP is going so far forward and the tanks at the back doesn't seem to follow through that much. But there are lots of one-shots for Immortals. They really need to take those tanks out as soon as possible.
And the way Daze is just sat there farming has been spectacular. I mean, Spitfires is going to go down here, but not before Kakala goes down. And so
Right.
there's 2 tanks down, but Kenny Otsu is a one-shot. He's on 3 HP.
Right, but Days really need to get the tanks out. Great kill to Kanyotsu, but the cap points are still really close. Immortals could overtake Serenity in cap points if they are not careful enough.
Oh, that is a very important kill. And now, boy, how these games switch so quickly. Magros is the most healthy out there because Ruben Dias is down. What looked like maybe a slightly comfortable roll in for Serenity, base points and guns on the board, is suddenly turned massively into Immor's favour.
Yeah, and it's going to be Immortals with a win, and I'm really surprised with this. I thought Serenity could do better with killing those low hit point targets, but they can't really seem to do it. And Immortals retaining those tanks proved to be really crucial. And I think T100 LTs have a lot of responsibility there. Although they did more than 6,000 hit points, they are unable to register a lot of kills. They only registered 2. I believe they could have done a lot more there with those kills. The kills, I mean.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, it's 2-1 to Immor. Now, Serenity, we saw them earlier. They like playing from the back, so to speak. Vineyards, I mean, it looks like they're going for a similar type of affair. They've got the same they've got the same lineup effectively, apart from the 50B is out. I mean, it's best of 9, Jack. I mean, how important is it now for Serenity to bring this back to level pegging?
I mean, again, the T100 LTs will be very crucial. Now that Immortals take 2 T100 LTs now, this is going to become even more difficult for them to be effective. And they have to make use of the 60 TPs to their utmost advantage because of their armor. And Vineyard's going to be really hard to utilize the armor here, and it's all for Serenity to conserve these hit points and try to find the weakness in Immortals lineup.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, now Immortals are taking those two T100s. It's sort of leveling it up. So we will see. It's going to be an interesting one. Serenity have got to dig deep. They've got to get it back. People are saying, did they miss the code? The code was up, but for those of you who missed it, there it is again. I'll show you it again. There you go. And it's out. Because we're into the game, you see.
Well, let's go back to the match. It's going to be Immortals versus Serenity.
And this time, Serenity have the hit point advantage.
Definitely. Immortals, red team from the south spawn, will be moving mostly to C, and Serenity, blue team from the north spawn, also moving mostly to C. We could see some brawls happening around C, but Kanyotsu, really interesting move there, circling around B area. Not sure what's trying to achieve, but we will see.
Yeah, interesting move by Kenny Otsu. He's finally into the B cap, but he gets in there just as Daze is capping the A cap.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know if he was doing it on purpose because we got UPO and Magros here. They're going to have to tussle it out. These 2 LTs.
I think
Magros bounced. No, he bounced Bawan.
Oh no! But he
didn't bounce Pagula. Yeah, he is now.
Big shots into Kenny Otsu. Serenity's now pushing in to take out Kakao and Krugiel very soon.
Absolutely. I mean, Serenity now taking the fight straight to Immor. I mean, last time they were holding back a little bit, but now they've really got the bit between their teeth. Magros gets out of the danger. Yeah,
but Magros Speed is actually have done brilliant job here because he attracted 3 tanks from him, meaning Serenity has the numerical advantage on the other side, and that really allowed them to push in. And it's all about focus fire now. So Immortals got 2 caps. They need to get the low hit point pool targets again.
But Sergio Ramos is very low. I'm not going to lie. I mean, down he goes. They've got but Vukovic does take out a
Yeah,
tank,
I mean,
but they've got to focus fire, as you say. They've got Days and they've got Alfarito there. Shreks and Pagula are looking to finish either Days or Alfarito off, and they're going for one. They're going for each of them individually.
right, with Kenny Otsu dead, Serenity still has 2 T100 LTs on the battlefield. Vlahovic still really healthy, but that was a kill onto Alvarito. The last thing Vlahovic wants is an Amarak.
Yeah, I mean, Vukovic it's got to get safe and just try and force the hand of Imor out of that onto the guns that are overlooking this little area. It's 3 against 4, but the hit points are slightly in favour of Imor here.
But Serenity got 2 caps, and that is really important. That will force Immortals to do something, and as you can see, Immortals are trapped in a really tight pocket, so this is going to be really hard for them to get out of. Because if they get out of this pocket, they have to go in the open, and Serenity have positions to farm them off.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, this is what Vukovic has got to do. He's got to draw them out onto Spitfires in Days, and that's exactly what he's doing. And Pagula now down to a 1-shot. Baowan losing a shitload of hit points. He's also a 1-shot.
Yeah, Vlahovic.
Down he goes.
Yeah, and Pagula's now down to 1-shot. They need to get this tank out of the match, but Vlahovic is now down. Serenity still got A and B, but there are 3 really, really low hit point tanks, and they can't let the
Don't you mean
down.
2? Spitfires
2
just
now.
got taken down.
Yeah.
And now, great shot from Magros into Shreks. But Magros has got to be careful here. Shreks is going to try and hunt him down. It's 2-on-2. Heavy is against the lights.
Oh, this is really close. Days missed that shot. Pagula tries to go into B. I think Immortals tries to get a cap stop. Can they do it? Can Immortals do it? Oh my gosh! That's a kill onto Shreks from...
Unbelievable.
who's that?
I missed the kill because I was looking at Pagula thinking he was chasing down the other, and Magros killed at the other end.
Yeah, I think it was Days that made that kill here. That was amazing from the other end. That
Absolutely
sealed the deal for Serenity.
I mean, I was just focusing in on Pagula thinking that Days was going to give him a tussle, and Days shoots it from that side of the map to take out Shreks. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
What a game. And we said it was important for them to bring it back, and they brought it back.
Brought it back, and it's going up evenly, but I think Immortals have to be really mindful of the number games. Serenity has done that really well, but Serenity, they seem to have fought a little bit with the focus fire. They're trying to get it back, and Wintermine Novka is not the map. Not the map at all you want to lose your focus on.
Totally. Well, you're right, but Serenity will be buoyed up after that win. I mean, they've just come off the back of a back-to-back defeat. They'll be buoyed up. They'll be pretty happy with that going into Winter Malinovka. I've seen them on Winter Malinovka before. It's a map that they seem to like, and there are teams. It's quite strange. There are teams that they have maps that are like their Achilles heel, and they have maps that they really like. So I haven't seen Imor on some of these maps, so I can't say if it's a map they like or don't like, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect here, but Immortals with this unusual setup, no 60 TPs. That's kind of rare on
Double mouse.
Double mouse as well, yeah. What does Immortals have planned on this one?
Well, I mean, interesting. We've got double mouse. That's a lot of HP out there.
Don't focus the mouse, obviously.
We've got double mouse on one side and double T100s on the other, so it's gonna be an interesting one. This one, and already we've got Magros staying high and Days going down to A, along with Pagula though, and Days is just holding back, trying to get those spots.
Right. So Pagula is spotted and Days is still not spotted. He hasn't fired. Otherwise, the camera rating would dwindle dramatically, and he can get out of this safely. Pigula now
And
into the southwestern corner as well.
Day's getting out there, and Immol very aggressive with their AS7 straight through. The two mices are at the top, and Magros are just keeping them lit.
Yeah, a bit worried about Ruben Diaz here. It's actually really isolated, but great shot to Pigula, and I don't think Immortals with those ISOs would want to push forward. Serenity is totally prepared for this.
Well, I think they are. I think they looked at that lineup and said, there's only one way these guys are going to be going. And it's allowed Serenity to take two bases, B and C. So, and now they'll be able to, with the two mice, I mean, you're talking about Ruben Diaz being isolated, but so are these mice. And they don't have the best DPM, and you can see them backing away. I mean, their job, realistically, was to probably secure B, but they can't.
Big shots into Pigula. Now is the time for Serenity to come in and support their teammates, but it seems that they are trying to get Yupo out of the way. That could be the move that Immortals want Serenity to do, and with someone, no, someone's knocked down yet.
But I mean, they'll leave Ruben Diaz. He's tying up three tanks. He's doomed anyway, and the best that Ruben can do is just farm and do as much damage as he can, which is exactly what he's done. And at the same time, Immol have been bled massively.
Right, and I think Serenity, they killed all two mouses now. Those T100 LTs can come in to get the tanks out of this match, and that will bring Serenity to 3-2.
And this is exactly what they're doing now. I mean, we've got the mobility now of Serenity. Those tanks, are, the IS-7 here of Spitfires is very, very healthy. Down goes Balwan. Alfarito, again, he's tying up two tanks. And this is allowing Serenity to come round and effectively pick off the stragglers. And Pegula is the target for Days. And Days will out DPM him.
There we go. Pigula is now dead, and that leaves two tanks remaining on the battlefield. On the Immortal side, Kenny opted down to one shot, and Strax also down to one shot, potentially will be removed by Days.
And he was, and there we go. And that was well played by Serenity. And the meta selection there was a bit suspect. Not going to lie, it was a bit suspect.
But I don't think it's the lineup problem. We do know what Immortals want to achieve with this kind of setup. Use the mouse as the distraction and allow the other side to push in. But for some reason, that push on the other end didn't seem to materialize, and it took them way too long to get Ruben Diaz out of the match. And that allowed Serenity to take out the mouses and go back to support their teammates. So I think Immortals, their plan foiled.
Do you think that you think they would have been better off if they would have carried on their push with the mice instead of holding them back, just pushed towards the spawn and teamed up with the IS-7s coming up the ramp? Do you reckon that may have been a better option for them?
That could have been a better option, and also with the other side pushing in to connect with one another, I suppose that could bring them a bigger advantage. But you'd have to know the mouse is really slow, and they have to go to a really long distance to reach the rest, the majority of the Serenity's tanks. So those T100 LTs are actually the elephant in the room, although they look very small like ants. They're actually elephants in reality.
Yeah, this is true. And Serenity did have the majority of their heavies up top there, so they would have still given those two mouse a hard time.
Definitely. So Immortals now dropping a mouse in favor of a 60 TP potentially, and they're also taking a T100 LT this time, isn't it? Or is it? I don't know if they have taken a T100 LT. I suppose it's not the case. This is going to
Immortal dropped a mouse and brought in a T100 LT. That's interesting.
Yep, and that's definitely going to bring some mobility for their side, and maybe the information for them as well. This is something that they probably lacked last match.
Wow, that was then. This is now. I mean, at the moment, Immortal will be looking to try and level it back up again. And Serenity will be looking at trying to get a lead here, like they had from the first game.
Yeah, and Serenity should feel really confident in this match, but Immortals definitely will fight really hard in this one. So let's say with Serenity spreading out a little bit, they actually played quite passive. Oh, look at Kanyotsu going up there alone in that position.
Yeah, I mean, he got away with that because the 60 TPs were busy looking at the crossing here of the IS-7s.
Right.
To be honest with you, they put shots across, but and they did connect with Shreks, but
Yeah,
not
I
all
mean,
of them connected.
true. But Immortals got C first, and A will be captured by Serenity next. That means Serenity needs to make a push somewhere because they don't have the cap lead, but they have the hit point advantage, and if they continue to chip away the hit points of Immortals, that will bring them even bigger advantage to push at late game stages.
It will, but the way that Imor are now are sort of setting their tanks up, it's going to be pretty difficult for Serenity to push into that B cap.
No, I don't think they want to do that first. They want to distract Immortals tanks to to divert their attention away from B so that they could get B after that. So where exactly would Serenity make that push first? We'll see soon. Pigula will be having a lot of responsibility in resetting B.
Pagula might have a lot of responsibility, full stop, because he is basically the one out on a limb. They can't really push up into the corner where the windmill is, although they're putting good shots in there. But Serenity can't push up there. It's too dangerous for them because the Immor tanks can just rotate very quickly.
Yeah, but then bear in mind the cap points increase by five cap points per 2 seconds. So basically, Serenity has around 2 minutes to make a move before
Yes, they do.
absolutely need to. That's a lot of time for Serenity to plan and to chip away the hit points of Immortals. I think that's exactly what Serenity is doing at the moment, dwindling the hit points of Immortals enough so that they could comfortably push in.
But that's talking about Serenity pushing in. At the end of the day, I mean, Immor may take the upper hand, and they may push down on these 260 TPs here of Sergio Ramos and Alvarito. Or they may even push onto Ibrahim Spit. We don't know. I mean, Immor may not sit back and let Serenity make the move. They may outmove them in that respect.
True. Oh, the shots are going into Strax, and also Kalo now. Immortals have dropped even more hit points now. The deficit is more than 2,000, and Serenity must feel really good about this. And there is still some time. They don't need to panic. This is not a time to panic for them.
That's a good shot going in, though, into Sergio Ramos there. It's not going to worry him too much at the moment. It's only a little bit of HP lost. And it's the only HP lost on the whole. Oh no, Alfredo loses a little bit as well now. But there we go, the B cap. It was Spitfires jumping into the B cap, trying to force Pagula out. Pagula can't really do much, and he knows that if he sticks his head out too much, he's going to get smacked. It's that straightforward.
And I mean, we are seeing Immortals rotating on the other side, but they actually allow Spit to get that cap. But this is going to be a bit of a huge risk here because the cap points are going to approach 800 now. Serenity with 10 more cap points, 10 cap points of increase per 2 seconds. We're talking about less than a minute away before Serenity is going to win this one. So Immortals absolutely needs to make a move now.
Oh, that is an important tracking shot onto Krugel in the mouse there, and a great shot into UPO in the IS-7 as they tried to make a move round. Serenity have put themselves in a great position here.
Right, I mean, they're constantly trying to track those tanks to slow Immortals down, and it seems to work really well. I mean, look at Krugio now, only managing to come in, and Picula receives a shot there. Can they stay alive?
Well, this is the thing. I mean, Serenity kept all their heavies in this position for a reason, and now they're just going to be able to come in and give some support. Pagula here, 3 tanks on him. He's not going to last much longer in that middle zone.
Yeah, but there are cap stops every which way, and all Serenity needs
to
kill,
they
and
get
they
it.
got it.
They got the mouse. It was the mouse that went down, and really well played by Serenity. Absolutely well played by Serenity. Not gonna lie. I mean they played that. They used their heads. It was sensible gameplay.
I mean, they also stayed really calm to chip away hit points of Immortals. Immortals keep on losing and losing more and more hit points. But I'm a bit more surprised and astonished that Immortals didn't really reset B or do anything about B. And I don't know what's in their heads at that moment, but that looks very suspicious to me, not gonna lie.
Absolutely. So, where are we?
Serenity
Where
on
is
match point.
Serenity? Absolutely. Serenity on a match point.
4-2, and Immortals really need to focus now. I think that probably was I don't know a good term for this, but they need to forget about the performance from the last match and focus on this one, because Fort Despair is a totally different story. It's a lot smaller perceptionally, and it favors a lot more for the heavies because of the lack of terrain pretty much, and also a lot of the flat ground and cover with the buildings. They really need to make this work now, because one more loss, Serenity will win the entire Blitz Money Buster tournament.
But it's also, it can be a very brawly map, this map.
Yep.
And you know, I'm looking here that there's a mouse on the side of Immor. Now the mouse normally goes into the middle, overlooking that B cap. There's Yos here and 60 TPs. You know, everybody's got them in IS7s. It's a heavy dominated map. It's a brawly map, and it's all going to be about focus fire and positioning, completely.
And individual skills. Both teams need to make sure not to bounce their shells, because whichever team bounced more shells would have a disadvantage in the brawl.
That is true. I mean, bouncing, you know, not landing those shots can make or break a game, funnily enough.
I mean, we spoke to Crew yesterday about the trollness of IS7's armor, and that could come into play in this match.
Yeah, it certainly can, and that's the thing. In already we're seeing a movement here towards the middle area en masse by Immord, not even looking to the corner, which is where the Serenity are going. And this is a big ballsy move by Immord to try and dominate the middle area, at the expense of allowing cross shots to come in from that corner. And already Kenny Otsu's being blooded, but so does Sergio Ramos and Magros.
Yeah, Vlahovic is now getting support. He was initially very isolated, and Day is also coming for support as well. And that means Matt Ross and Sergio Ramos need to rotate somewhere because they can't go in. Immortals are looking at that area really closely.
Absolutely. I mean, at the moment, it is just trading. They are just trading.
Yeah, but I mean, also pay attention to the position of Spitz here. He's going to be really crucial when Immortals pull back. He could have a lot of shots in.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, going for the middle area could be their undoing at the detriment of leaving that corner, because that corner is vital in most games. And you're right, where Spitz is, I mean, he's able to get some great cross shots. And when we see that Yoa Shreks move round, that is when Spitz can put some damage in as well.
Right, but I'm a bit worried about Ruben Dyer's position. He is currently very far away from the rest of the team, and Bawa would be trying to slow that down, and that could give some time for Immortals to take out Spitz. And Spitz is now trying to run away quickly here, and Pigula is now down to one shot and be removed by Vlahovic.
Oh, Pigula's down, and now Serenity feel they've got the upper hand, and they're looking. Oh, but Magros really taking a pounding there.
Yep. Kanyotsu is trying to get Magros out. This is actually closer than I thought. And Kanyotsu,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's all about focus fire now. Kanyotsu is now out of commission, and it's now 4 versus 6. Sergio Ramos out. This has to send it into Doc's dinner.
It has. I mean, I said it was a brawly map, and I said it's normally around this area. And oh, there we go. Krugel's turret flying high. And Serenity here looking to take this home in style, looking to take out Shreks, and then turn themselves onto Baowan.
I mean, it's a bit derped on that carcass here. Baowan dead, Shreks dead, Upo last person standing. Serenity will be winning the Blitz Money Blaster tournament, and this is going to be an amazing night for them. Congratulations to Serenity and Immortals. Well played so far this tournament.
Absolutely, and everybody's saying good games, good games. It's really great to see. Great sportsmanship from the guys, and massive, massive congratulations to Serenity here. Commiserations to Immor, but they played their socks off, and boy, they gave us a good evening, and it was closer than you think. But at the end of the day, there's only one winner. And the winner of the Money Blaster, the inaugural Money Blaster, is Serenity. Unbelievable gameplay.
Right, and let's actually, get Bao in to the interview soon.
Absolutely. Let's see if Bowen is there, if he can have a chat, and no doubt he's celebrating a little bit. They take the big money prize home with them. They really do. And they've got to be chuffed about that.
Definitely. So let's see if we can get him on board.
Whilst we're waiting for that, I'm really sorry that the stream sort of disappeared halfway through, guys. Basically, what happened was Discord killed everything. It absolutely killed everything. And we were talking at this time with Jack, and then Discord started having a bit of a hissy fit. And then Discord basically started to die. And as it started to die, it then killed OBS. And killing OBS kills YouTube. So... That's okay. Discord hasn't killed us this time. We're okay.
Yeah. Right. So, commiserations for the grand final, but really, really huge congratulations on getting the second place in a Money Blaster tournament. So,
thank you.
Yeah. So, not sure how you're feeling right now, but maybe you could describe a little bit about this.
Yeah, I mean, my hands are still shaking because I have never been playing at this stage, and it's the first time also for every single one of my teammates. Our goal for this season was top 8 basically, and everything else was just a nice addition. But we are still trying our best to compete with those, one would say, better teams. But I think we did well overall.
That's really good to hear. Fujit, do you have any questions?
Well, I just want to emulate what you've just said there, to be fair, Baowan. Firstly, commiserations. I mean, you guys played fantastically throughout this tournament. You took some big scalps, like Endgame. I mean, that's going to make you happy. I mean, coming into today, you turned over Serenity yesterday to get into the grand final today. They would have been a little bit more match ready, what we're coming through the lower bracket, no doubt. But you guys would have been feeling confident, and it's glad to hear that you're saying, yeah, okay, we didn't take it home, but we're really happy with what we did. And I mean, that's great to hear, to be fair. And you've got to be proud of you and your teammates. You're now in the top 2. You're going to take some money home with you. And boy, have you shown us some great gameplay over the last month.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we are very happy with our performance throughout the last days, especially considering that we were like under 3 battles where we could just be kicked out from the tournament by T1L. But we managed to overtake them, and from that moment on, we are playing with like the same mindset. We were very chill, no screams, no rages in Discord. Even when someone, like, we had a situation today on Winter Malinovka when Takalo just lost his connection in the second battle, but yeah, we are very happy with our performance. So
sorry, Bawan, go back a little bit. Did you say, was it Pagula you said lost his connection?
No, it was Kakalo.
Oh, I thought you said, okay. Because we were looking at Pagula being very aggressive on on deserts on Oasis Palms.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a bit uncoordinated.
A diplomatic way to say it.
Yeah, I mean, certainly one of the highlights in the grand finals is certainly the first match on Vineyard. So I mean, that was a turnaround. I mean, we really didn't see it happening. So, what was happening in your comms, and how did the team kind of build in the way to the win?
Mhm. When we saw the double light tank, we thought that they would have gone for the Ruin decap A strat with double light tanks decapping A. So we were aggressive with the IS-7s to try to catch and kill them. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to do so, but later in the game, I was on the base A and I got shot from the, light tank bounced off me in the ruins. So we were aggressing there with the IS-7s, and it was a very similar situation to the T1L match. So I have said that we can do basically the same what we have done versus T1L, meaning one tank staying on A to crossfire and the rest being aggressive on B. And especially that Serenity had like 3 tanks on the left side and 4 on the right. We could just slowly but thoroughly being aggressive and find some crossfires, get key positions, and also we managed to punish the light tank. So that's how it went basically.
We're just seeing some messages for you guys in the chat. So everybody's saying commiserations, but you played superbly. Amulet says if the goal was top 8, then you have done amazingly because you're top 2.
Yeah, it's our first season together. We started training like sometime after the end of the autumn season, and our roster has stabilized like 2 or 3 weeks later. And from then on, our performance has only been getting better and better. I mean, on training, we had better and worse days. One day we could play amazingly, and the other day we just couldn't win a single game. So,
I mean, that was also quite a big improvement considering, I suppose the team, the Immortals team in Blitz Premier Cup is also kind of similar to the team you have here. So kind of within this window of time, what have you done differently than other clans potentially to get this huge improvement? If you don't mind sharing that, of course.
honestly, I don't know. Maybe spending some more time on the tactics, because today, yesterday, and on Wednesday, our strats for the evening were already prepared by like 3 p.m. and we had a lot of time to discuss, to share opinions, and I think overall our communication has just been really improved since the Blitz Premier Cup. Everyone is calm, everyone is chilled, and we focus always on the same things, not to bleed HP. I know it doesn't always work out as we would want to, but we are trying not to lose HP and keep the enemy spotted all the time, so we can have some kind of knowledge advantage and surprise the enemies.
I mean, there was one stage where you had the upper hand on Serenity, and you'd won 2 games back to back, and it seemed to sort of go downhill for you slightly. If that, I don't know if that's the right word, but let's use that for the moment. On Winter Malinovka, is that a map you guys? Is that a map you guys are comfortable with, or because I know some teams have maps they really like, and there are some maps that they just don't get on with. How is Winter Malinovka one of your sort of Achilles heel maps, or did you just not play it to your overall aim today?
I would say so, that it's not one of our best maps. I mean, we have still improved really much on this map since like the time before the season. We had some like new, better strats, but basically on the first site, what we have done with pushing triple IS-7 through A, Serenity were just like perfectly positioned to counter us. So that didn't work out as we wanted to, and yeah, it kind of was demotivating because there was not much we could do. because we were just in the crossfire from every angle, and they had double
Yeah.
light and we had double mouse, so
Yeah,
not much we could do.
Yeah, and it's sort of. I mean, you know, we most of us have been in that position whereby you have a game where you sort of get downhearted, and then you come into the next game playing a little bit harder, and it still doesn't work out for you, and it's a horrible feeling, and I can only imagine what it's like at this level, but you still played fantastically well, and you gave us a great show, guys. Especially if you're saying that you're still bringing the team up, and this is a purely Polish team, is it?
We have one Russian guy, but he wasn't playing today and yesterday as well.
But it's mainly Polish, yeah. This is mainly the Immor's Polish team, and I know
Everyone
I think. Sorry, yeah, go.
I wanted to say that everyone who is actually playing is Polish.
Yeah, I mean, because I was speaking to Cougar, Immor's clan lead, a while back. She's saying, "Oh yeah, I've got this up and coming Polish team," and we're watching it, and you've not been together that long is in this format, so congratulations on what you've achieved. Really, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, probably got one more question to add on my end. Is that what are your expectations and what are you going to do in the future with Immortals team?
I think no one wants to leave this team at the moment because we think that when the team is winning, we are not going to change it. I mean, change the players. And who would want to live a top 2 team? Like,
absolutely.
But you never know.
That's so true.
But anyway, I mean, if obviously we really want to see you back in the future seasons, and to see you back even stronger to upset the current top 4 status quo. Obviously, we know it has been these 4 clans in top 4, and we really want to see a competitive top 4, and I am really optimistic about this. So really wish you all the best.
Thank you. We'll do our best.
Right, so do you have anything to add, Bridget?
Absolutely not, other than go in, take a well-deserved rest, my friend.
I would also. Can I add one more thing?
Of course.
So I would like to thank everyone from the Immor clan and also especially from the Sparta clan, our friends who have been supporting us in the final stages of this tournament. And it's really good to have friends like you.
That's really great to hear. I'm sure they will feel really happy about this. Right, won't leave you for too long, and have a good evening, and see you very soon.
Thanks, same to you guys.
Thank you.
No, thank you, mate. All the best.
All the best.
Thank you.
Right, we can. Okay. Anyway, we're going to have Serenity soon with Spitfire, so I'm going to notify him, and hopefully he will join in no time.
Excellent.
He is ready. He told me he's ready, so he should come really soon. Hello, Spitfires.
Hello.
Huge congratulations on your win in the Money Blaster tournament, and that was some amazing stuff. And boy, the first alliance of William is here as well. So
yeah.
wow.
He insisted to join as well, man. You have no idea how happy we are right now, boys.
Oh, we can imagine. Congratulations, guys! Absolutely.
For most of us, it's the first title. And some of us have played it for over 5 years, so we're really happy. We're so happy about this.
I mean, you got this Premier Cup Season 1 before, but I think this time you got it in an official
official seasonal tournament, yeah.
And we felt that without Winch as well, so you must feel absolutely ecstatic.
Yeah.
I've still got on the screen Serenity Money Blaster winner 2022. I mean, come on, guys! The inaugural money blast
Yeah, man.
competition, and you go and win it.
I saw that amazing.
I'll be honest with you. You gave us all a bit of a heart attack in the opening game when you went down. But as I said, as I said to Jack, for some reason your team likes to fight from behind. You like to go down. You went 2-0 down against First Alliance and then came back, and then you went down this evening against Dimor and came back. I mean, do you just like fighting from behind? Is that what it is?
No, I think this is just
We
more of a
just
map
a lot of pressure, you know.
Yeah. This is just the map pool difference. I think also the maps. Some of the maps we're more comfortable on. As William said, we're not stressed when we lose because we know as long as we're playing, we didn't lose yet. So we keep giving our best, and it paid off this time. So we're really
And of
happy
course,
about this.
you need like to win the tournament. Like for example, on Porto, it was really close.
Yes, it was. It was.
It was.
But I mean, you came up with some great tactics though on some of the games. Very cool. And from where we're sat, it's probably not that cool and calm where you guys are. You're probably all shouting in, "Oh, focus this, focus that." But from where we're sat, it looks like you're very cool and level-headed, especially on some of the plays on Winter Malinovka. I mean, and where's Days? Days with that shot on Vineyards. I mean, where did that come from?
Wait,
Unbelievable.
which kill?
In the
Which
second game
On Vineyards.
Vineyards.
Underneath the.
where did he get that shot from? Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. The bridge, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
he shot
Yes,
the first
yeah.
time and bounced and penned the second one. But he had two opportunities on him. He bounced the first one and killed the second one. But yeah, he had two angles from both the holes in the bridge underneath.
Oh, that was a ballsy shot when Pagula's chasing him down in an IS-7. But yeah, I mean, some great gameplay. Over to you, Jack.
Certainly. Yeah, I mean, certainly some amazing matches. I did say on the stream that First Alliance have the advantage at the start with the maps like Desert Sands, and I said if Serenity can persist through to Dynasty's Pearl and New Bay, they have a good chance because it's a completely change of tempo. So while preparing for these maps, did you predict that to be the case, or did you have something different, or did you kind of, I don't know, go with the flow, or so to speak? So what's kind of, how did you kind of prepare for the matches against First Alliance in the lower bracket final?
I mean, I did. It was me. I did the strat. I watched some games from First Alliance, so I knew the Oasis strat, and I mean the Desert Sands strat. But I don't know why we lost. So yes. And then I did like strat to stay a bit safe. And of course, I changed a bit because yesterday we lost a lot of games because we don't have the points. So this time we try to have the points. That's basically why we won on Port Bay, for example.
Right. So do you think First Alliance has become predictable for you guys?
I mean, we know they always play with two LTs, and the next is like a full YOLO one side.
And we know
very aggressive.
And we know they're playing real aggressive, and really often they're pushing. So, and since we're used to getting pushed, because that's what meta wants, basically, because of the TPs and the S7s. So we got used to it and adapted, and we got some map control strat that works against pushes, especially on
Dynasty's Pearl. I mean, Dynasty's Pearl, that first match was absolutely amazing to watch with. You guys trimming away so many hit points of First Alliance, that really threw First Alliance off guard, I suppose. But, I mean, let's talk more about that second match on Port Bay. How did that come out of the bag? Like, suddenly, you got all the caps, and then... I don't know, what was happening in the comms? It must have been really chaotic, isn't it?
I mean, I knew it was basically that, so I said basically to LTs cap all the base, then we will do the best, win by points. And I was lucky because they bounced the 60p bounced me like 2 times, I think. So it it was basically his mistake.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and how about the tiebreaker? Like, you kind of dismantled First Alliance setup really nicely. So, what was also going on in the comms at that time?
I mean, we didn't stress when we know it was a tiebreaker. I mean, it was a bit hard when I saw they trap me with the 50Bs, but we directly countered on middle, so it was a bit fine, I think. And they lost a bit. They lost a lot of time to kill me with the 50Bs, so it was a bit. I think it was fine in the end.
I mean, that was also a really well-timed push, as we speak, on New Bay there as well. So yeah, overall, like the First Alliance games are really great to watch, and I probably would ask more about the games in the grand final. So going back to push it now.
I'm gonna give them a rest from their gameplay and just say, guys, you've just won a shed load of money. Realistically, how do you feel about that? $10,000. You've won $10,000. Have you not?
No.
I think it's 6,000 for the whole team.
It's 6,000 for the whole team. Yeah, it was 10,000 for the whole thing, 6,000 for the whole team. So I mean, that's still money for playing a game. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, that's really nice. But on my part, at least, the money is a plus because I've been playing this game for 7 years, and I feel like getting a first place for once after 7 years is already a really good reward. So I'm really happy, and the money is a plus, of course. It's really cool. It's really nice. It's really nice for playing a free game. It's really, really nice.
Yes,
Well,
now
just
I have money to buy a Man United shirt now, so it's fine.
Did you really just admit that on a stream? Seriously, God, you're like Ruby Stripe. Don't admit that you support Man United. I mean, come on. But yeah, I mean,
I know they are bad now, but I still support them. Even if
that's fair
they go
enough.
to Europa League.
Maybe you can invest in some crates. Sorry, I had to say it. But no, guys, you deserve to enjoy it. You deserve to go out there and just chill out and party hard, knowing that you are at the moment number one on the EU server. That's it. And the job now is staying there, as you know.
Yeah, remain there, man. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
It is, but for the first time in a long time, it's not endgame.
Yes. Oh, that's true. That's true.
Right. I mean, one more question for me, pretty much related to the grand final matches. You were at 1point 2-1 down, and then you won 4 matches in a row. There must be something happening with maybe the pep talk someone has given. Like
I got into the roster.
Okay, so that is why you got that comeback. So
No, that's partly why. That's because the team got reactive. We warmed up, as we knew, as we kind of realized how they were playing. So we adapted and realized that they had some kind of pattern every game, and we kind of adapted to it and gave more comms, and we got more reactive. And yeah, in the end it paid off. Because they kept the same pattern.
Yeah, I mean, it really did pay off. I mean, especially we talked about Winter Minorca games, so that kind of composure was really amazing to watch. And in such an important stage like Grand Final, that is even a bigger achievement in my opinion. And Fort Despair is pretty much a cherry on top, I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have nothing to add really. So really huge congratulations on winning the Money Blaster tournament, and really hope to see you soon in the future season. Obviously, continuing with Serenity, and yeah, love to see you back, and love to see you competing against the best clans on the EU server. Hopefully, you will beat First Alliance on a tiebreaker, or maybe not, or even a bigger scoreline.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure to play this tournament anyways. We had a lot of fun.
All the best, guys. You deserve the break, and go and enjoy your win.
Thank you.
Alright, thank you guys.
And GG to Imol also, because I didn't expect that. They
Yeah,
played
GG,
so well. I
GG
mean, I
more on
didn't
First
expect they
Alliance.
put out like endgame on Loka, so GG for them.
Yeah, GG more and First Alliance. They gave us a good fight, and they gave a good fight to all the favored teams in the tournament during the top 8. So it's been
Right.
cool. It's been cool to face them.
That's true indeed. I mean, these clans are really strong. I'm very optimistic about the top 4 battles in the future. Like the top 4 is going to be a lot more unpredictable than last year for sure on the EU server. That's something we really want to say.
Alright.
Right, Fujit, if you have, do you have anything to add?
No more. Seriously, let the guys go.
Yay! Right, so see you soon then.
Thank you guys. Thanks a lot for the stream.
you.
Thanks
Ciao.
for the interview. Alright, have a nice evening, guys.
And you, my friends, all the best.
Thank you.
Right, that was Spitfires and also William. I believe he is. Let me find his name there. That is Ruben Dias, I suppose. If I am wrong, then please beat me into that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, throughout all that, guys, you've been seeing a bonus code, and you've also been seeing Serenity as the Money Blaster winners for this inaugural tour. And that's really all we've got for you today. I mean, we've had a great time, notwithstanding the bit of a panic attack because Discord killed everything. But you didn't miss any of the action, and that's the main thing. It leaves it to me to say massive congratulations to all the teams who took part in this Bunny Blaster, and big congratulations, of course, to the winners, Serenity.
Ooh.
But
I think
everybody,
we
gave
have a
their best.
special guest on the chat, on the YouTube
we?
chat. Yes.
Oh, that's Alexandra. Yes, she's been there.
Yay! Hello. Great to see you here.
Yes.
Thank
And it has been an interesting tournament, not going to lie. I've enjoyed it. We spoke about it yesterday. Don't need to go into much detail about it today. Just leaves me to say to each and every one of you, thank you for joining us. And I say this I always forget to say this. I generally say it in the YouTube chat. I want to give a big, massive thank you to all the moderators who do this out of the kindness of their heart. And it's a thankless job because a lot of people have a go at the moderators, and they do the moderation not because they want to tell people off, but because they want to make the chat and the gameplay and the stream enjoyable for everybody. So they are the real unsung heroes behind the scenes. So massive thank you to all the moderators.
Agreed. I mean, in particular, I mean, I've seen like Yusuf, Eminet, Chaos, Neforce, Matthew, and Vengeance, and lots that I think I've been going through all of them. Like, if I miss any one of you, I'm very sorry. Triggerman as well. Like, really huge thank you for spending like your precious time in moderating the chat tonight. I know it's kind of difficult tonight, but really huge well done to you, and thank you very much. And yeah, pretty much what I have to say about the moderators.
Totally, same. And with that, it just leaves me to say, well, good night. And don't forget, before I quickly go, there is still the grand final on NA, and the streams are details of those streams are on the Wargaming official Discord server. But in case you're not aware, the streamers who will be streaming the North American finals later on today, in a few hours actually, will be, as soon as Discord tells me, it will be 34 World of Tanks Blitz streaming in English on Twitch. Amunet85, who is one of the moderators, and everybody should know Amunet. She's streaming on YouTube. Robert85, he is also streaming on YouTube in Spanish, and I don't know how you say that now. N9? How do you say his name now?
N9, but he's just Nubita. Anyway.
Yeah, it used to be Nubita. It's N9000. He's also streaming in English, also on Twitch. So there is still that action out there, guys. So don't forget, it's not all finished yet. And go and give some support to those streamers and to the NA teams. And with that, I'm going to say goodnight. It's been a pleasure hosting this and having a front row seat as per usual. It was a little bit of a different format, but guys, it's all about the tournament, and I'm glad it managed to carry on. And over to you, Jack, before we go.
Oh, I mean, I don't have much to add. Make sure you subscribe to Fujit's channel and also my channel as well.
Absolutely, make sure you subscribe to your channel, yes.
Yeah, but anyhow, hopefully everyone have a great evening and stay safe, most importantly.
Totally. Couldn't agree more. And with that, bye everybody. Catch you all again soon. Cheerio.